Pleasant good evening, everyone. It's a privilege and a pleasure once again to have you in the Dinesh Jaiprashad show. I am Dinesh Jaiprashad, and it's a pleasure to always be on 107.1 FM family. Um, we are very much and pretty much occupied in this Burmese quarantine in Guyana as it relates to a lot of negative things happening in this wonderful country. We see poor management at the central level, the regional level, the NDC level across this country, poor management from cost of living to COVID to road fatalities to residents, citizens being just angry, fed up, frustrated. Every single day we have situation whereby our brothers and sisters in this country are very much um, disgust, fed up with what is happening as it relates to the political administration of this country. Tonight, I want to bring to you some important facts that are um, things that are happening in Region 6 in Guyana so that you, wherever you may be, you will be able to understand some of the things being being played around as to what really is happening in Berbice. I must say to all of us, wherever you are, 107.1 live radio, Facebook, wherever you are, Guyana, the Caribbean, around the world, diaspora, wherever, share this link with someone, spread the word so that we can be able to reach as much as we can in ensuring that our message is being delivered to you guys. Joining me tonight is a wonderful individual, uh, honorable member who has been very much vibrant and very much concerned with the young people that she come into contact with. She is no other than the Honorable Nima Flu Best, a wonderful young lady who has been fighting the cause for women, young people, and more so all Guyanese. She basically comes from East Bank, Demerara. That's her constituency. We know East Bank is where you head up towards the airport side before you go that reach the airport area. East Bank Demerara, wonderful place. And as you can see, Miss Nima Flubes, the Honorable Nima Flubes, Member of Parliament for the 12th Parliament, is joining us tonight. Pleasant good night to you, Miss.
Good evening, comrades Dineshwar. It's a pleasure to be here. Good evening to all the viewers. I'm happy to sit on your program this evening to
Thank
interact
you
with
very
you.
much. Thank you very much for taking time off to be with me tonight so that we can be able to share our message to the Guyanese people and more so our brothers and sisters wherever they are who are tuning in to 107.1, this entire big family of the 107.1 family, wherever you are. Our duty is to bring the facts to you so that you can be able to understand what really is happening in Guyana. So, Miss Nima, just we are here to talk to the people. We are here to tell them what really is happening. Um, would you like for us to go directly into the cost of living? Or would you like to say something about yourself, where you're from, and what caused you to be in politics? And then we go into our first topic, cost of living.
All right. Thank you so much again, comrade. I am, as you say, the Honorable Nima Flubes from the Moka Arcadia community, which is located on the east bank of the Moira. My parliamentary responsibility is for the constituency of the East Bank, that is from Eccles to Moblissa on the Linden Suzaik Highway. Um, I love representing people. I love standing up for a good cause. And I know that I was gifted with a voice that I can speak. And so I use that platform to help fight and stand up for our people. Even though I'm on the East Bank, wherever persons are, if they have an issue, they call me or they reach out to me. I do interact with them and try my best to help them in the current situation. I can tell you, Dineshwar, even as I sit here, I'm very saddened in my heart for the incident that occurred yesterday with the woman that committed suicide at the Brickdam police
Police
station.
station.
Imagine we just celebrated International Women's Day, and it was really, really heart wrenching to know that this woman took her life there. And you know, a lot of questions come to mind. Um, I know the police ought to be, the area ought to be seen as a place of protection, as a place where you can be sheltered and protected, but yet still, um, this individual did not see that area as that. And it's a very sad place to be in. And so tonight, I want to encourage our women that let us continue to support each other, talk to each other, encourage each other, because you know there's so many things that we go through, and sometimes you don't say it or you don't know who to say it to. But it is good when you can reach out and give a sister an encouraging word. Um, lend them just a listening ear. Sometimes not an advice that they need, but they just need someone to just listen to what is being said to help them. So we recognize that with all that's happening around us in this country, it's very difficult for many persons, and it's sad that this woman ended up taking her own life in the presence of a place where I think persons are to feel some safety
So
or comfort.
so true, so true, so true. It's very sad. It's very sad. And Nima, as we were discussing earlier today, I must say that y- you will be talking about it later on. Um, Mental health for a woman is very, very important. Not our women alone, but mental health for every citizen is something that is very, very much important for us. Um,
Yes, yes.
every single day we are faced with so many difficulties, so many challenges, and as you rightly said, we need to get a grip of ourselves and get someone, find someone to talk to, so that we can be able to overcome. Um,
Um,
yes, go ahead.
yes, Dinesh, I was going to say that, you know, I would have done a program, a session on my program, which is done on Saturday mornings, where we talk about the importance of um, empowering yourselves mentally by doing little activities. And again, I want to implore persons things that you really enjoy. It might be just a simple walk. It might be a simple jog. It might be just going outside and enjoy nature. Um, those things help you to relax. There's a lot of things happening, and sometimes we can be so caught up with everything that is happening at the same time, and we don't take a moment, that time out to really reflect and relax and enjoy the simple things in life that helps us to go through daily. So I want to implore on our people that we spend more time in self-care and helping to um, rejuvenate our minds ever so often from the simple things that we can enjoy, we enjoy doing, to make it a habit and a practice.
Thank you very much. And I must say, um, domestic violence, spiritual abuse, um, physical, sexual, emotional abuse, all those things are very much known to us. We see it in our community, in our society. I must say that any one of you, any one of our viewers or listeners, wherever you are, if you know someone suffering from any form of depression, stress, or any disorder that you would like them to have help, refer them to us or to any social worker, any medical practitioner, any police station, so that we can make the connections. Our duties and responsibilities as MPs are wide. We do not
Yes,
stick directly to politics alone. Honorable Nima, is an advocate for young people and women. She represent that aspect so that we link. I might not be able to do the work, but I find an agency, an institution that will work with you so that we can, bring help. And to our young people especially, I must say that tonight little discussion is very important. Mental health, stress, coping with depression are very, very important for us to be able to survive these challenges that come our way. Every day it is getting worse and worse in this country. and policymakers. We see the ministers, and so they are not putting any systems in place to deal with mental health. They are not empowering the health centers and the hospitals and the counseling centers with um, enough human resource to deal with the magnitude of the social issue. So we want to take a turn, Honorable MP. We want to go to something that is very burning, something that is affecting you and I and every single Guyanese, something that is even affecting people overseas. Because every day when you pass Western Union and MoneyGram, you see the lines there. It means then that something is happening in Guyana that is causing our
Yeah.
brothers and sisters and relatives overseas to send a few dollar and little help for us. So I want to turn our attention to cost of living. I want your perspective as a woman, as a family person, and then we will go down into what really is happening in society and how people feeling the pressure and the squeeze.
Yes, well, cost of living is really
Pressure,
running out.
pressure, pressure boss pipe. Pressure boss pipe, boy. Umaninja, Guyana de underwater. Oh, the wrong. Sorry. Umaninja, Guyana de under pressure. What? Bangamere is $400 pong. Cloud $400 pong. Oh, you go buy that will sell back by. I just come and tell a boy, be some buy me little fish and mix with me little crab and sell. Thing that just raise, thing just double the price, just double. Oh, bad.
That was
See,
well said. Well
so
said.
true.
He put it in a language that the ordinary man can understand. Pressure boss pipe. Um,
Pressure
you
bus.
know, as a parent and a person who visits the market every week, because you have to purchase items for your household to keep feeding them and taking care of their needs. Only today I purchased GPL current, and I recognize that the last money I spent to buy electricity, the wattage that I got is way less this time around for the same money. And then I was charged an additional, I think it's $350 that was taken out. And I told the cashier, I said, there's actually nothing I could do because that is automatic when you look at what is happening. Now, could you imagine a person who would normally buy $1,000 of GPL prepaid current if it's weekly for the family to survive? Because the prepaid, you can control whatever you're doing. And now you will go with that $1,000, recognizing you're not getting the quantity of the electricity that you're expected to get. And automatically that brings more pressure on the family. You go to the market to shop groceries, you might go this week with $10,000 and you're able to take home enough to cook for the entire week for your family. You might get your vegetables, you might get your meat, and all of that. When you go now, the $10,000 might barely give you a two-day meal. And so
Exactly.
there's not an increase of income taking place rapidly as we see the prices are going up at the markets. And so people continue to suffer. And then yesterday, like I was driving and worrying in my mind that when I go to the gas station and put fuel in my tank, and on the East Bank, where you're spending at least 2 hours to get from Georgetown to where I'm living in the traffic, you recognize that your fuel is going to be finished in a shorter space of time, but you still have to complete the journey. So that in itself adds to mental health issues because you now, as a parent, as an individual, you now have to use the same finances that you're getting because you have nothing new to get. But everything else gone up. So it means that the family will now probably have to eat less or enjoy less utilities for them to actually survive during this trying time. And the question is why? Guyana is an oil producing country. And what happened? Nothing is happening for the Guyanese people. I remember in the national budget debate, these were question asks. You talk about all these
Largest
things
largest
happening,
budget.
largest budget and you're killing the entire population because they're not enjoying anything. Because every time you go to the market, to the store, or anything to shop, you recognize that all the prices gone up. And you know what happened to you, Dinesh, their husbands? You have to see how you will give the ladies some extra money, which you
Exactly.
may not
Pressure.
have. So indeed, it's pressure.
Indeed. Rightly said, MP Nima. And it's everybody feeling the squeeze, everybody feeling the pressure as it relates to cost of living. Um, it means then that people are still earning small amount, but they have to purchase commodities, goods and commodities and services at a larger amount, which
Making the
tells
short video for send to you and the viewers and listeners. I'll know we punishing in Guyana. Punishing. Rice gone up, sugar gone up, flour gone up, cost of living just gone up, gas gone up from 3,400 to 3,800. Real hungry days under this installed PPP government. Real hungry days we gone.
She's right.
real hungry days basically. Um,
She's
I
right.
must say that it is more, the cost of living is more and more than what we expected. Um,
Dineshwar, I just
yeah,
wanted to add, you know, I want to say to our viewers that even though we know this is the reality on the ground, we have to find ways and means to help empower ourselves. And I keep pushing. You see the kitchen garden that you have in your homes, it helps a lot. Because if you don't have to go to the market to buy your little shallot, pepper, your seasoning, your little cash crops, and so that finance can come in to help out somewhere else. So I want to encourage people tonight, get with your kitchen gardens. Even if you don't have the yard space, use little containers and plant them. You know, I passed at a house the other day and I was smiling because the person had on the veranda, right around the top of the veranda, all these little pots. And when I checked, it was shallot, it was pepper, okra, and all of that up there, and they're taking care of it. And we have to empower ourselves also, regardless of what's happening. We cannot lose hope. We have to find means and ways of empowering ourselves. And if you start and your neighbors start and you do different crops, you might very well be able to exchange or set back purchase from each other, which I do in my village, to help with this very high cost of living.
so true. Thank you for that. Thank you for that bit of information. That is the representation of our purpose in the 12th Parliament. Our duty is to empower people. And coming from a PNC background, we know that it has been the PNC talk to plant a seed a day. And basically, I want to remind my brothers and sisters, wherever you are, Guyana is so rich. Our soil is so rich that we need to ensure that we go back to Mother Earth and try to put a seed here and there. I am saying to all of us, when we were little, Nima, I am pretty much older than you, but you would recall as well. When we were little, every yard in the village, every yard in the village had a kitchen garden.
Yes.
And the bartering, the exchange of these vegetables, fruits, and little seasoning and so was very much part of day-to-day living. Now people, we have become very selfish, and we only think about ourselves, and we are not looking as to what really is happening next door, and so I'm saying that we all need to get back to the community living. If there is a space in the community that you can use for 10 person to come there and put up a little table and bring some produce and do it, let us go back, that we can expose our community to development. If you have some balanji and cassava and pepper and whatever you have extra, and you want to make $1 out of it, then go around in the village and sell it. I know you will sell it at a cheaper price so that the people will support. And every dollar means a lot for us. When we go to the shop, we can't carry our change. You can't get the goods. When you go to the doctor and the doctor say the consultation fee is X, you got to pay it. You can't say, doctor, I'm gonna get. You understand? When you go to the gas station to buy the kero or the gasoline or the diesel, you can't say to the pump attendant, hey, buddy, I'm going to get the cash today. Give me the gas and I'm going to give back tomorrow. No. So it means then that we got to put systems in place in our home so that we can cut back on some of the luxurious living and try to ensure that we bring in the extra dollar from I must say honest means and do good things. So brothers and sisters, wherever you are, tonight is a night that we bring a lot of educational supplements to you. Honorable Nima Flubes has been doing two jobs tonight. One, exposing what is happening politically, and two, empowering you and I so that we can be able to put our best foot forward into having a sense of control of some of the things that happens around us. So I'm saying, Nima, tonight is very special for my viewers, our viewers. They are enjoying the program thus far. Would you like to touch on the COVID-19?
Yes, we can talk about the COVID-19, Up to today, I was saying to some individuals, it's amazing. Um, we seem to be operating in Guyana as though COVID really, really doesn't exist. Um, you see that now the administration, this installed administration, they already announced that they will be removing the guidelines and stuff and open back the country fully. Um, there's a lot of questions that lies with that. Um, is it the right thing to do this time? Should we have an increase in cases after that is done? Then what? Would the healthcare system be able to meet the demands or take care of the people? Um, those are questions that you have to ask each day. And then we have to also think about our children that you're going to be sending back into the school environment, which is very crowded, because you and I know in the school system that the classrooms probably have 35 to 40 children. And what happens there when we have schools where there aren't toilets working, running water, the basics, even if you go with the basics, people wearing the mask, sanitizing and stuff like that, you have facilities or learning institutions where there are no running water, there are no toilets working. Students may end up, a parent may decide that, today I'm not preparing any meal, but my child will purchase their lunch at school. What happens when you go to a crowded canteen or stuff like that? So I don't know
Exactly.
if any thoughts were given into all these things, because one, I know we don't have nothing close to a good healthcare system with what's happening. I visit my health centers in my constituency ever so often to see what is happening, and it's amazing to see some of them don't have just the simple basics. So now we're going to full blown open our country and our citizens back into a COVID environment. And I would like to know, in my mind, I'm sure persons are asking if these questions were answered. So should there be an increase of cases, then what? Can the administration deal with that? We already see that they don't even have a plan to
Exactly. Exactly.
see what's happening there. And so there's a lot of questions around it, but I once again encourage our viewers to be wise. We have to take responsibility for ourselves and to be cognizant at all times that this is what we're living in this time. And as such, we need to practice our basics. If you don't need to go out, even though the country is open up, stay at home. Try to stay
Exactly.
within your particular space in.
Avoid
If you're
avoid the
going out,
crowds.
avoid the crowd, avoid going into crowded spaces, because I know for some people, the businesses especially, they're excited to open. But then in the reality is, if you have a large number of persons, the population gets sick or falls sick for some reason or the other, then what? These are questions
Exactly.
that
And
we have to bear in mind as we continue to survive during these troubling times.
Exactly. As we speak at the moment, China is shutting down some places. China is
Yeah.
putting some restriction as we speak right now because there is a rise there in COVID. I am saying a lot of countries still have certain regulations and restrictions. We are saying here Guyana is not capable to deal with an outbreak of 20, 30, 40,000 COVID cases in a day. Our health facilities are way in a bad shape. We can't do that. So to open up, full blown open up to people for social gatherings and any activities and all these things, literally you are telling the people you are free to do whatever you want. This will cause people to gather and crowd up, and we know what will happen. Is it that it is a calculative move to make people get into crowd and get infected? These are questions that we must ask. These are questions that you viewers and listeners don't be foolish. Don't grab on to these information to say yes, everything okay. No, COVID is still here. Don't suck up the information and say, hey, what happened? President says so, so it's okay. No, I am saying think for yourself. If last week COVID was taking so many lives, it is not gone. And I am saying open up the economy, open up all activities is not right at this moment. People lives matter. People lives
Yeah.
are very important. And when we open up the economy like this, we are putting everyone at risk. To date, a lot of people did not take their vaccine, and so I heard today that places don't want vaccination card and so. So what was the big story about all the vaccination, putting teacher under stress, public servants under stress, people cannot go to the banks because of all done now. And still, I don't think we have hit 70-80% of vaccination for this country. It means then that we have failed to keep up certain policies and procedures as it relates to the COVID-19. I'm appealing to the brothers and sisters out there. You have listened to MP Bess, and she indicated clearly, don't get into big crowds and do that. Do We know that you are restricted for a number of months. Some people did not get out for even more than a year. Please don't see this as an opportunity for you to get out and do things that will cause you to be infected and get sick. We know the weekend is a joyous weekend. It is Pagua, and a lot of people will want to be involved in so many social activities. I am saying it will be better for you to stay home and celebrate Pagua with your family because you know that everybody there, nobody didn't get COVID in your family. But when you run out on the road and play with everybody and get close up within proximity without masks and throw water and all these things on people, and you have physical contact, you can contract and COVID-19 and put yourself and family at risk. So we are appealing to you. Be very very much careful as to what you do. Yes, Nima, what do you have to say?
All right. So again, I want to appeal to our viewers. I'm reading some of the comments. It's amazing how people think at times. So you read and you smile. I again want to advocate that you take care of yourself. Um, and also remember your nutrition is just as important as all the other basics of washing and sanitizing and social distancing from people. You need to look at your nutrition. You need to try to eat as healthy and as often as you should to keep yourselves protected during this pandemic. And I'm a big advocate of persons using the little bush tea and all of that. Our grandparents would have taught us the use of these things. Use them and help to protect yourselves and family. It comes down to you making a wise and conscious choice of protecting yourselves. And so tonight, I'm very happy that I could have been here to spend some time with you, Dinesh. And hopefully, we'll be able to do this another time. where we can continue to talk about all that is happening around us and share and encourage our people. Let us stay true. The coalition will be back.
Thank you very much, Honorable. I know because of time and you have to be on another platform. Thank you for the time this evening, and I very much appreciative of your time. It was a good half an hour thus far, and I know that you will be back soon so that we can be able to continue to share the message of APNUAFC, and most importantly, the message of hope, as you rightly said. We want to keep that alive, and we know that we'll be back in government. We will rectify all the things that are happening not so right. We will get it in right. We will get it right there. We'll fix it, and so that our brothers and sisters can be able to be happy in this wonderful country. So, on behalf of myself and viewers, I would like to say thank you very much, Nima Flubes, Honorable Member of Parliament from East Bank Demerara, to taking time off tonight to be with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you
All the
and
best.
bye, everybody.
Bye bye. So, viewers, listeners, there you were listening to a wonderful young woman who is very much passionate as to what really she is doing. I want to continue with this theme for tonight, which is rice farmers. Rice farmers. For you guys everywhere have been seeing that Guyana is hitting the media, Guyana, Caribbean, around the world as it relates to protests, protests, and more protests. We are seeing that, we are hitting the media more for the negatives than the positive. That was region two. Region number two today, brothers and sisters, this thing is becoming cancerous. Our brothers and sisters in region 6 started it a few days ago, and now it's everywhere. Region 2, the farmers are protesting. And what yeah, the people, the protesters calling on the finale to come. I, for the past 18 months, Guyana helicopter brought officials to Port Brant more than 6 times. So I don't think they ever came for a protest, you know. But 6 times the helicopter dropped officials, including the president, at Port Brant Community Center ground, and the protesters they're calling upon the president to come with the helicopter. And up to now, I don't think that any helicopter arrived. I don't know what is happening. I assume that the rice farmers are very much dear to the PPP, but I see that the rice farmers are basically left alone. But they're not alone. They are not alone. We will ensure that systems are put in place so that the rice farmers will be able to receive what is duly theirs. And I want to say that this protest came about because of a plan that was put in place. That here what happens: the millers, the rice board, the farmers, they met and they agreed that 70,000 will be given to the rice farmers per ton of paddy. When these farmers took the paddy to the millers, they were told that they will receive 60,000 and less than 60,000. They said that no, this was not in the initial agreement. We agreed upon 70, and it showed that the millers had the last say. Eventually, these protesters came out and they were explaining to the population, they were explaining to all of us that to plow and to rake and to level and to plant and to fertilize and to cut the rice and transportation and all these costs, if they are to sell their paddy at 50 and 60,000 per ton, they will be just making a $30,000 a month to survive on. When we do the whole mathematics with the two with the 2 crops per year and all these fertilizers and all these labor costs and all these overhead expense, when they work it out, these rice farmers will be left with $30,000 to $40,000 a month. We are saying APNU AFC put the minimum wage to 70,000. How can we settle for people to receive less than 70,000 a month? These are hardworking individuals. Rice farmers are hardworking individuals. Many of us who talk enough on TV and social media and all these places, we can't go there and do the rice work. Many people who sit in the AC offices, we can't go there and do the rice work. These rice farmers are very important people. And we are saying, the AP and UAFC is saying, all of us saying in Guyana, we need to pay the people what is duly their amount. If you agreed upon something, work towards that, and that will be able to make the people survive. And let me say to you, the PPP, I want to say this to you, the individuals from the rice producing areas are the areas that have the highest form of suicide in this country. You know why? They have a lot of pressure. They are under a lot of pressure. They are under a lot of depression and stress. Our rice farmers in this country are under a lot of stress, financial difficulties, domestic issues, right? And I'm saying to you, the PPP administration, you need to put systems in place so that our farmers can be taken care of. Because if they will have to produce and sell less than the cost of production, we know what will happen to them. They have mortgage, they have loan, and many of them purchase tractor and combine. They got to pay every month or every crop. What are we doing to these people? What are we doing to these people? Then one honorable minister came and had a meeting with them, with the farmers in Blackbush area, and said to the farmers that the millers will give them 65,000. Guess what happened? The millers said, let the minister deal with that. The millers give them 62,000 and give some 60,000. So I am saying that if an honorable minister whose words have weight, if you say millers give the people 65,000 and the millers say to the people, we're gonna give you 62 and we're gonna give you 60, who got the authority? Who got the power to look after the people? This is a question that you rice farmers need to ask. Do not be fooled any longer. Election time, a lot of promises were made. A lot of promises were made election time. And I want to say to you, brothers and sisters, remember these days. This time, not a long time. Remember what happened. And I want to say, the facts are there to show us 2018, 2019, on the AP and UAFC, we had the highest production of rice in this country. Come on. Brothers and sisters, rice farmers, you need to say this. You need to say this. I want to ask the question, how many times our rice farmers came out and protest during 2015 to 2020? These are things that we need to get out there. Ask yourself the question, were you able to meet your targets? Were you able to clear and make a profit 2015 to 2020? And you must say this now to the PPP officials. If you could have done that then what is happening now? You know, everything they blame on the war. Well, COVID is gone out of the door. Now is war, according to the PPP. So the fertilizer, they're saying to the farmers that, you know, because of the Ukraine war, fertilizer gone up. There is total nonsense. Fertilizer gone up a whole year now in this country. From $4,000 now, people paying almost $10,000 for bag of manure. So what really happening? The war? When was the war? When the war started? So brothers and sisters, we need to get that right. We need to get that right. Farmers and everyone, get back to history. Find out what happened in 2015 to 2020, and you will know what is coming your lot now. Buckle up. This is just the beginning. So as Nima said earlier, you got to look at plan B. See how you can be able to feed yourself. Plant, produce. If not, all of us will perish. Finally, I want to talk a few minutes on the Hayakar Association. Our brothers in the Upper Quarantine Skellen area today picketed and had a large demonstration viewing their concern and their disgust as it relates to the cost of fuel. Oil producing Guyana, oil economy, one of the richest country of this world, natural resource, black gold. Our cost for fuel is about $246 per liter. 246 per liter. Oil producing nation. Watch what is happening to us. And we know when it goes up there, brothers and sisters, difficult for the price to drop. And let me put it in 1 minute. When you are earning $10,000 a week and your cost of living, your light bill, phone bill, water bill, and your food is more than 10,000 a week, you are in deep, I don't want to say the S word, but you are in deep mess. If you are earning 10,000 a week and you are spending more than 10,000, you are in deep stress. You are in depression. I am asking upon the government, since you are blaming everything on so many things, subsidize the people, pay their electricity bill. We have enough money, the largest budget in this country, 2022. Help the people with their electricity bill. Cut electricity costs by half. Pay their utility bill. Pay their water bill. These are things that we need to do for the people. Other countries giving incentives to their people, to their workers, to their senior citizens. What are we doing? Largest budget ever, and we are still to give our people who were affected by the flood still to collect their money, some of them. So I am saying, if you are a caring government, pay their electricity bill for our brothers and sisters. Subsidize their water bill. Pay half or pay it full. GT&T and Digicel, whatever they have, help them with that. Put systems in place so that our brothers and sisters can be able to have a decent living. If not, give to each family a 30,000, 40,000 every month so that they can be able to be happy and get something to eat and feed their children. So I'm saying, brothers and sisters, tonight's program has been a good one. Your comments coming in are very, very much appreciative, very much positive. Those of you who want to quarrel and fight, is up to you. Our duty is to bring the facts to you. If you can't get the facts, go and read the paper and you will see what we are seeing, what we are saying here tonight, and every program, the facts, the truth, nothing but the truth. So if you have an issue with that, that's your story. My duty is to bring it to you, program after program, so that you will be able to understand as to what really is happening with the poor people in this country. The largest budget in this country, still people punishing plenty. Poor people punishing. You see the letters? Poor, P, people, P, punishing, P, punishing poor people. Basically, PPP. So, brothers and sisters, if you want to reverse that, subsidize the people, help them, give them some subsidies, pay their light bill, water bill, telephone bill, and give them a subsidy. We have enough money in the country for that. And please stay tuned. Coming up right after my program is 107.1 Straight Up with Mark Benchcott. Brothers and sisters, thank you. On behalf of myself and family, the APN UAFC, and all my Guyanese brothers and sisters, we want to say to you, Shubh Holi. May the blessings of Holi be with all of you, and may you always prosper. Holi is a time that we say good triumph over evil. Let the color shine, and do enjoy. Celebrate with your family and friends. Don't go into big crowds. Stay home if it is possible, and all the best. God bless you. So long. See you next week.
This ain't a long time, this ain't a long time, this not a before time. This ain't a long time, this ain't a long time, this not a before time. This ain't a long time, this ain't a long time, this not a before time.